Warning, incoming game over. Warning, incoming game over.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game Over Vancouver. My name is Kaja Antic, and the Vancouver Canucks won on home ice, granted against the San Jose Sharks. But yeah, they won. They won on home ice. Cool. The Vancouver Canucks beat the San Jose Sharks 4-3. But before we get into anything about the game, check out the flagship show of Game Over Network on the Game Over Network channel, Hyperdrive Hockey, all things hockey across various leagues in multiple countries, whatever it is and wherever it is. Max, Daphne, and Kev have you covered for all your hockey news with a steady dose of fun and fan engagement. You can find Hyperdrive Hockey on the Game Over Network YouTube channel, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, also on the Hyperdrive Hockey page at thegameovernetwork.com. Alright, so the Vancouver Canucks learned how to play hockey for like a minute in that second period. Um, okay, technically a minute and 10 seconds. I thought it was just a minute, but no, it was a minute and 10. But to start off, the Sharks kind of had a bit of the edge. The Canucks were playing pretty decent. Um, in that first, Pedersen looked good until he got hurt. Yeah, what happened there? Cause I just kept hearing, oh, he's out, he's out. Did he get hit and I just missed that completely? Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Um, and then they kept saying, oh, he played one shift in the third. I'm like, cool, he's still left in the game. He did look good tonight. He looked good last game. Didn't factor in the score sheet, obviously, but he did look good tonight, scoring 2 goals. Um, one of the power play. The power play one assisted by JT Miller. That's an interesting time. Anyway, starting off the game, there was the 5-on-3 goal. He falls awkwardly into the end boards, left shoulder first. Okay. Yay. Probably, I mean, hopefully he gets sorted during the next few days he has off. And also, um, I mean, he's probably fine. It's just a precaution. It's just a precaution. Is there? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Um, we probably won't know anything until, talks after the game if he doesn't completely leave the building right after. But yeah, starting off the scoring in the game after taking a huge hit by Tyler Myers, um, and then drawing a penalty so that the Canucks are down 2 men. William Eklund for the San Jose Sharks scores on the power play or the 5-on-3 man advantage. Yeah, just another young player from the San Jose Sharks that is going to make the Pacific Division's lives hell for the next few years. Speaking of which, Macklin Celebrini also gets an assist on that goal, the secondary assist in his hometown. So similar to Chicago's Connor Bedard, he is likely paying to play in his hometown. Um, then a few minutes later, Brock Besser on a goal created by this guy, I don't know how much he's factored into the Quinn Hughes. Um, Quinn Hughes creates the play. Vinny Desharnais also gets his third assist of the season, on that goal. But yeah, Brock Besser gets his 11th, tipped in, and it's tied after 1 period. The second period goes by, and the Canucks start to look a little bit more lively. Maybe it's after. Oh wow, there's so many penalties, and there's no penalties in the third, which is so funny because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 listed in the first. In the second, because a lot of these are like coincidental, so a lot of them happen at the same time as other penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. All in the second period. Um, Yeah, that's quite a bit, but the Canucks in the second definitely perked up a bit more. They had 6 shots in the first to San Jose's 10. San Jose had 6 shots in the second. Vancouver had 14. So they learned how to shoot. They were still outshot throughout the game by San Jose, but they got their shots off in the second there. They also got their goals. Kiefer Sherwood gets a great break from. He gets his 12th on a bit of a break, assisted by Teddy Bluger and Niels Hoglander, who gets. Is this his first point in like 26 games? Because if so, oh my gosh. Um, I don't know. I can't remember if it was he's pointless in 26 games or goalless in 26 games, but still quite a bit. There's still a long while to go without getting the back of the net. And then just a few seconds later, um, Elias Pettersson gets his 9th of the year, assisted by Jake DeBrusk and Connor Garland. And I mean, it was a great play, but especially by Garland on that play. But Garland specifically caught the ire of San Jose's very young coach. He's 37. He's younger than some of the players in this league. Um, him and his coaching team decided they should challenge for goaltender interference, as Connor Garland was somewhat in he was in front of Askarov there, another very young player for the San Jose Sharks, or yeah, younger player for the Sharks. And he's doing the screen, he's going to the net as Connor Garland does. Only thing is, it he did tie up the stick a little bit, but also from the vantage point of everyone else except for, I guess, how the San Jose team is viewing it, because, you don't want to go down 3-1 or 3-1 at that point. I mean, they, there was, they assumed it was goaltender interference. That's what I'm trying to say. Askarov was the one who kind of skated, from my perspective, into Garland, so not really sure how that would have been a fair call if it was called back, but it wasn't. Elias Pettersson got to keep his goal, his first in so many games. It feels like I think he hasn't scored since Miller's return, so 6 games. So yeah, good for him. And then because of the unsuccessful challenge, San Jose goes on the penalty kill again, and then almost immediately after, 12 seconds after that play starts for the power play, Mario Ferraro, who is also a YouTuber, by the way, gets called for hooking against JT Miller, and the Canucks return San Jose's 5-on-3 goal, with Elias Pettersson scoring again, assisted by JT Miller, none other than Quinn Hughes. So it looks like they got along enough to score a goal. Third period, the Canucks, I guess they were happy with their 4-1 lead and decided to sit back. I don't know if they don't understand what a 4-1 lead in the NHL means, because usually that's when you try and defend at least a little bit more of your lead, but no. San Jose had 13 shots to Vancouver's 4. So Vancouver was not trying anything. Again, there's no penalties called. Not exactly the same speed of play, I'd say, throughout, but San Jose does manage to score 2. One from Cody Ceci, who I regularly forget is on the San Jose Sharks now, and assisted by Fabian Zetterlund. And then with like 6 seconds to go, I think it was 4.7 on the clock, but probably switched it after, Luke Cunnin, assisted again by Macklin Celebrini, and former Canucks Tyler Toffoli scores to make it 4-3. The Canucks don't get an empty netter in this one, but the San Jose Sharks do not get that 4th goal. And after leading the Canucks 1-0 in the first, the Canucks score 4, and San Jose only answers with 2. So that was kind of a rundown of the game. I think the Canucks had a better game than they've had in the past few weeks. It was definitely, in my opinion, better overall than the Sens game. Obviously, I would have liked them to also play during the third period, but I mean, I can kind of I can't accept it, but they had the lead at least rather than the game just starts and they're playing like that, or the game like they're already down or it's tied or something like that. So at least they had like a sustainable lead. Um, but still, yeah, I don't know. Their power play percentage was 1 for 5, and I get it. San Jose's a quick team, but you had so many opportunities. Um, with yeah, like how many penalties were given out this game? Again, a lot were coincidentals. There were 2 fights. Not sure exactly how to rate those. Tyler Myers fighting Barclay Goodrow, that was I don't know why Goodrow decided to pick that fight. Myers going out for 5 minutes while he's probably the second best defenseman on our team in the lineup right now. Um Meh, but he Gaudreau was, I believe, trying to stand up for the Myers hit on Eklund, which happened 5-ish minutes prior. So there's that. And then Heinen also gets in a fight for the same sort of reason. Ty Dellandrea hit Teddy Bluger late behind the play and pretty high as well, in my opinion. And it's not like, I mean, Tyler Myers, if he hits somebody, it's gonna look high because he's just massive. But with Ty Dellandrea, he kind of had to get up a little bit more. Danton Heinen takes exception to the hit on Bluger, and those two fight. It was a bit more entertaining than the Myers fight. Still, yeah, Danton Heinen's first fight in the NHL. Congrats, I think. Hockey is so weird that you congratulate fighting and like applaud for it. He did get the instigator misconduct, so I don't love that. Um, like the instigator penalty, because Ty Dellandrea obviously had the interference call because the puck was so far gone at that point, and they both get 5 for fighting. I really don't understand. I mean, I understand how we got it, obviously, because he instigated the fight after the hit. At the same time, how does Goodrow not get the instigator penalty for instigating the fight against Tyler Myers after he takes it? The Canucks one. The Canucks one. That's what we're going for. Um, and then Teddy Bluger was going against Jan Ruda. There was a lot of animosity for two teams that are like they're in the same division, yes, but it's not like they're both fighting for a playoff spot right now. San Jose is at the bottom of the Pacific. Um not the ocean, the division. Vancouver, I mean they're fourth. So they're fighting, but they'd be fighting for with like LA or Edmonton or something like that, whereas San Jose, I like it. It was chippy. Um I'd like them to not take as many penalties next time, but it was an entertaining game before going off to the holiday break. Again, we don't exactly know what happened with Pedersen. I'll try and find out because yeah, he played one shift for 45 seconds, I believe, in that third period, and then he didn't return. Just seeing the fist bump line. I don't see him. Hronek was there, so that's cool, I guess. Cause he's out also for a while. I'm trying to see. Turn the camera, person, please. Oh, there's Brandstrom. Okay. There was blonde hair, but it was Brandstrom. So I don't know who that is. Like I can't tell. I think I need better glasses on that. Where is... Okay, I don't see any notes yet online about Pedersen. Yeah. What is going on? If Talkit said something, please let me know. Um, because I I I would like to know what is happening. I mean, the Canucks don't play again for a few days, but it's kind of imperative for the team, especially when he did play well tonight. Also, the Canucks have a sick Johnny Hockey in a sleigh skates jersey for the Christmassy theme tonight, and I honestly wish that they had that for a jersey. Um they play again on Saturday at 1 p.m. against the Seattle Kraken, so that'll be fun. Um and yeah, so they have the 4 days off. Hopefully he gets the 4 days off to rest and fix his shoulder. I don't know. I've had that before where I messed up my shoulder, but also that was literally just me dropping something behind my nightstand, reaching to pick it up, and my shoulder went the wrong way. Not getting thrown into the boards in a ice rink. That probably has not happened to me since I was in like elementary school doing like skating field trips. It would be the most Canucks thing ever for Pete to play so well only get injured. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Your star center is out again. I mean he hasn't been, well, he was still kind of getting back into the swing of things. He was injured last year, but he was still playing. There's a lot going on with the Canucks at the moment. Yeah, I any notes about the game, y'all? I think it was entertaining. It was a good one. It was good to get the win. I'm glad that they didn't play like it was an easy win, because San Jose is definitely not exactly the same team they were last year. The Canucks aren't the same team they were last year either, but San Jose is definitely a bit better. They're very fast. They're very talented from their veteran presences, from like Toffoli to a lot of their younger guys like Celebrini. Um, they're gonna be a thorn in the Canucks' side in a few years' time. I can predict that, but yeah, tonight's game is glimpses, but they're still working their way up. I mean, the Canucks also didn't really play during the third period. Let's be honest here. But yeah. Da, 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 da. All right. Before we move on to a bit, I wanted to do, because it is the holiday season, and I decided to, if you can see what I'm decked out at, of course I'm wearing the Canucks hoodie. Yes, I also have, like, rate my fit. Can you see my fit? Rate my fit. Is it not the best fit? I'm trying, y'all. Yeah, I have the Santa. This is actually a pajama shirt. I got in like high school, but I got it for band concerts because we had to wear black. But we had a Christmas concert and we were allowed to wear Christmas stuff. So, boom. This sequin Santa hat, because I cannot find the one that I wore the other night on the stream. So, this is the one that we're going with, and yeah, it is one of the fits of all time. Thank you. I also have a Christmas tie that I found somewhere. It's kind of itchy, but there's also glitter, so that's gonna be all over me. It still fits. Yeah. I haven't grown since ninth grade. Taller at least. Um, yeah, anyway, we're gonna do a little bit of a nice and naughty list for the Canucks this year. To make Santa's night a little easier. I should pull up the NORAD Santa tracker before we're done here. Anyway, Game Over Network is an independent production focused on community, inclusion, and quality people. If you're interested in supporting the Game Over Network, we have crowdfunding options available. In the description of this episode, you'll find a link to our Patreon page, and we're also working on a page through LaRouche, a crowdfunding platform. Oh no. A crowdfunding platform. Where is it? For companies originating in Quebec. Oh no, I pressed the thing too early. For LaRouche, we're aiming to raise $15,000, and if we hit that goal, we'll gain access to government grants that will allow us to employ more people. If you have any ideas for what you'd like to see as giveaways from these crowdfunding efforts, let us know in the comments on Twitter, Instagram, or our Discord server. Alrighty. Let's get into it, shall we? So I think for nice, we have to include, like, I put it in the thumbnail when I made it a couple nights ago, and it still rings very true. Quinn Hughes. Like, just Quinn Hughes. Again, I said it the other night, if he's not in Hart contention by the end of the season, what are we doing here? Or at the end of the season, what are we doing here? Like, that's just, it's ridiculous if he's not. What else? I don't, naughty? I want to be harsh. Give me suggestions. Yeah. The nice list, naughty list. Let's make this prettier. Where's the, let's go green. Let's make it deeper. Yeah. Oh, it keeps doing that. It keeps messing up my formatting. I don't know. I do not like. Naughty list. Let's go. I'm trying to think of how to spin the Miller Pedersen fiasco right now. Oh wait, what's the part of the knee that Demko injured? Because that should be it. Knee. No. What is like a poplitis? Okay. Demko. Alright. Naughty. Popliteus. Muscle. Boom. What else? I need suggestions. Brain not working as well. Naughty. I'm also gonna go record. Because the Canucks, sure, they've gone now 3-1-2, I think, in their last 6 at home. They're still not doing too good, overall. So they need to work on that. I'm gonna say for nice. I hate formatting on this. Okay. Nice. Kevin Lankinen's road record. He did just get his first loss on the road recently, so I mean his record is like 10-1-2, I think now. So the first regulation loss, I will say. Lankinen. The formatting seems to just like you just the same. Honestly, yeah, it doesn't match my vibe. that makes total sense. That looks good. Yeah, I tried. It will fix itself and then it will unfix itself, and I'm really just trying my best here. What else is on the nice and naughty list for the Canucks this winter season? This was a much easier task last year, because the Canucks, again, last Christmas, let me all remind you, they were at the top of the league. They were at the top of the NHL on Christmas Day. It was the first time in years that a Canadian team was at the top of the NHL on Christmas Day. Sherwood, Kiefer Sherwood. Thank you. Chief. No, I'm not going to write that. Kiefer Sherwood scores bangers. Kiefer Sherwood. No, period. because he also just keeps hitting everything that moves, and I respect him for it. He was on pace for like 500 hits. That's insane. um, that's a bit wild. Whoever has him in fantasy, I hope your league counts hits because oh my lord. And he also had that great goal tonight, so that was fun. Did y'all see the clip that they showed of him celebrating after PD's first goal? Because Pettersson scores within like 30 seconds of Sherwood making it 2-1 for the Canucks. And he's still standing on the bench, and then he jumps up and he's all excited. Yeah, I just thought it was a cute moment. There's Lego falling off my desk. That's fun. Um, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm also gonna say Demko's return, because while the Canucks have had some lopsided losses in that time, they've had some OT mess ups. Demko's been pretty good overall. Yeah, he's still getting back into the swing of things. There's been some goals that have been let in, which, Demko 100% would have stopped, but if this is Demko at like 90 or 85%, I think we're still pretty good. We're still pretty good. Um I feel bad to say this as some mm, she loves long distance blocking. I don't have a keyboard that allows me to do the extra things. Yeah, thanks Google. That was a big point of contention. That's probably why we had to play Lankinen so much in the beginning, is because um there's a shot coming from further out of the crease. She loves is not stopping that. So you got found out by the time the regular season rolled around, and here we are. But hopefully he gets a bit more development time down in Abbotsford with the goaltending team there, and returns to form like he did to save us in the playoffs last year. Because let's all remember, thin defense. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Thin defense. Non. I mean, I'm sad Sheloves hasn't been good at all the season after the playoff performance. I mean, he is still developing. Like, not that that's like such an excuse. Also non-existent. That's not how you spell non-existent. Um, yeah, he's still developing. Let's all remember, in goalie years, he's like a toddler. Because goalies take longer to develop, so it makes sense. Thin, non-existent defense is what I kept. I'm also gonna put another one. I feel like it ties a bit to the thin, non-existent defense. But I'm gonna add playing. I can't type. Wow, playing Quinn Hughes 30 mins a night. I'm gonna take out his first name. You know who we're talking about. Playing Quinn Hughes 30 plus minutes a night. He was a game time decision today. If he did not play today, I mean, he did only factor into 2 goals, which is wild to say, but also without those 2 goals, the Canucks would not have won the game. Without Quinn Hughes, period, they probably would not have won the game. So I think he needs to chill, maybe. They need to chill with throwing him out there every shift. I know that the decor is a bit depleted. Look at the point above it, but still, give that man a break. God damn. He needs some help. What's under nice? He's doing his part. Well, his part is a bit too much. It's a bit too much. What else do I want to put under nice? Because part of me is like Jake DeBrusk, but he hasn't really scored in a hot minute, which is a few games, but, you know, he took a while to get going, and then he really got going, but we were also on the road for a while. Let man sleep. I saw a tweet just like, let him put his feet up for the rest of the game after we were up 4-1, and I'm like, huh, maybe that's why we let in 2 more goals, but yeah. JT Miller on defense. I've said this a few times. When it's on defense, when the other opposing team has the puck and they're headed towards our net, JT Miller just stands there like a standing emoji and just lets it happen. Just lets everything fall apart. So, I'm putting that there. Yeah. What else should I put? Should I put the boards at Rogers? No, because no, I'm gonna put I hope Petey's okay. Yeah. You went into the boards awkwardly. Apparently. So hopefully he's okay. I'm gonna add the nice, weird DeBrusque bounce goals. Because those, honestly, the way he keeps scoring is hilarious. At least JT admits his mistakes, but he keeps on doing them. He's like, it's like, you learn from your mistake. I don't learn. I just keep going. You know what? What's broke, don't fix it. Well, it is broken. You need to fix. Yeah. DeBrusque, whenever he scores, half the time it's been the weirdest bounce off a goalie, off a glove, off his foot. It's always something weird. So that's what I'm gonna pick for that one. Naughty. Oh, I hit tab. No, wait. Control. Where does try that again? Bench math skills, because I still insist that we are taking too many men penalties. How? It's not hard to count to 6. I mean, I think so. I haven't been a kid in a very long time, so I've known how to count to 6, and I can do it in a few different languages at this point. It's not that hard. You can figure it out, Canucks, please. This is a bit of a callback to something I said on Hyperdrive Hockey, which you should definitely listen to. Free the skate is going in naughty. Listen, before y'all come at me for this, untimely penalties under naughty. That I will also put that down. But the free the skate, I like the skate. I have a skate jersey, but at the same time, we're not doing it full time. It does not represent Vancouver. An orca, that makes sense. They're in Vancouver all the time. Is it because of global warming? Maybe, but at least that represents something. The skate jersey, it's like it looks good. It looks good, but it also looks just like a beer league jersey. I know like 20 different beer league teams with that jersey that were something similar to it. It is cool. It does look cool. It should not be the home jersey permanently. So, free the skate. It is a good third jersey, I will admit. Not overall. But, you know what is good overall? Garland's color coded neck guards. Connor Garland has different neck guards that he wears under his jersey depending on what jersey they're wearing tonight. Naughty, not enough shots. Yeah. Not enough shots. Yeah, depending on what jersey it is, whether it's the black skate, he has a black one. He has a blue one as well for when it's like the blue orca, and I think he wore that on the road once, but he also has a white one for the road. I think it slays. I already think that the neck guard is a good idea overall. Doesn't matter if you're wearing it color coded or not. I think it's in a skate where you're in a sport where you wear knives on your shoes and you're constantly falling into people. Probably a good thing to have. I commend him for having that. Um, yeah, but also extra points for color coding because that's honestly slay. It's a slay. You could say that and it could be two different words. Well, they're both slay, but because of the holidays, sleigh, which in the sky, that my brain doesn't work. All right, relaxing after a lead. Yep, and special teams under nice. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. How do I fix this? It keeps doing that. I do not like. Special teams under nice. There have been some nights where you're questioning, like, on the power play the other night when Ottawa scored. Shorthanded. There are some nights when you're questioning it. I do think that it has overall been better than sometimes what we've seen in the past. Um, but yeah, special teams, I mean, tonight, Naughty Talkit not calling a timeout. Specifically when? Because I feel like Talkit not calling time. Yeah, specifically when? Like, when the Sharks got the first. Was it tonight? Was it against Ottawa? Or is it just in general? Because, like, you only use your timeout, like, in a handful of games. It's not like when it's football and they do it all the time, it feels like. I don't watch football a lot. When the other team has a lead. Yeah. Yeah, you have so many games, previous games. Yeah. I mean, I get it, but also I feel like when other teams are leading, the Canucks don't consistently have a momentum until it's like the third period, and by then you're just like, yeah, we probably shouldn't do that. When too many goals go in at once. Yeah. Yeah, or just forgetting where players are. That was a big thing in the Boston game. I said it so many times. Pastrnak just went undetected. Like, I don't know how you can not notice David Pastrnak on the ice, but somehow it happened for the Canucks. And he just went buck wild on Demko and net. So, yeah. When other teams have a lead, when too many goals go in at once, yeah. It's okay. It's okay to call a timeout. That's allowed. I know back in your day, it probably wasn't. Back in your day, they still had times. As ties. Naughty not giving Hoglander a chance. Now, Luke Swiflotter. So sorry. Luke Flyswater. I. Here's the thing about Hoglander. Canucks fans are going to rate him highly. Of course, we drafted him, we developed him, and, he's been a Canuck for a while. We just re signed him to a contract. Do you think he has had ups and downs going from Abbotsford, depending on, who's coaching, what the system is, and also just how his performance is at the time? He is a different player than he was last year. Um, Maybe he's the same player, but he's not putting up the same amount of points, or just not performing as well as he was previously. Um, do you think we've given him too many chances? Because it feels like he gets an assist tonight, but he's constantly on the trade block. So has he exhausted his chances? Because I feel like there's always a conversation of Hoaglander needs more of a chance. But that's just me. I mean, I think the argument could more be made for like a player like Brandstrom because at least he's somewhat new to the team. He's played a handful of games. Um and you need somebody who moves the puck with Roenick out, so I don't know, bring in the guy for the left side, give Hughes a chance to take his breath at least. But Hoaglander, he's been with the Canucks for 5 years, and I honestly, I I was a Hoglander defender. I just keep on hearing him getting benched. Yeah, that's true. I think the Canucks. I'm gonna twist that a little bit. Um, Hoglander. Mm, I'm trying to figure out how to word it properly. Just like hot, cold on hogs. You know, like the Katy Perry song. You're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. But it's like with the Canucks, it's like, are you gonna trade him? Or are you gonna not trade him? Are you gonna play him? Or are you gonna scratch him? Are you going to let him play with Pettersson? Or are you going to bench him even when he was on the fourth line already? It just makes no sense. It's it's kind of like the jury's still out every time Hoglander gets brought up. And I feel like he's potentially exhausted his chances with Tocchet specifically, and that's why he's getting benched quite a bit. But when it comes to like he still has a contract with the team, I'm obviously not a fly on the wall in the general manager's office. I'm not sure what Patrick Alvin's thinking. I'm not sure. Because obviously he did get re-signed to a 3x3 contract for starting this season, I believe. Yeah. So the front office did seem to have some faith in him. Yeah, he's not performing as well as he did last year. He's been benched quite a number of times. He's somewhat in the Tocchet doghouse, but at this point you could call it the Tocchet hoghouse. That doesn't sound as well. But you understand what I mean, because that's his nickname. Anyway, I don't know if it's like a confidence thing. He's still a young player. I don't believe he's waivers exempt anymore, so that could be an issue if they tried to send him down. Um, but yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what happens with him, especially I mean, there is a trade freeze right now because of the holiday break. But as we get closer and closer to the trade deadline, which is on March 7th. That seems very late. I don't know. That's it might just be me, but that seems very late. Like I could think of it was 2021-22 when it was like March 21st or something, but that was also a lot of the a lot of games were had to be delayed cuz COVID. I remember that like the entire Islanders team got COVID. Or just a lot of them. Lankinen, yeah, let's go for the nice side for these last few points, and totally not because I'm running out of space on the naughty side. Goalie tandem under nice. Very true, Elfrin. Very good point. It's been nice to have two very decent goalies, even though I mean they're just now getting up to speed because Lankinen played the last couple games, but Demko previously played 3 in a row because Lankinen was sick, and then Lankinen came back, but they also don't want to rush Demko too much. But I think hopefully they have 2 games before 2025. Once the new year rolls around, they get a bit more of a hang of it, and we get to see the tandem shine for the remainder of the season. Hopefully, knock on wood. I hope my desk is wood. I think it is. It looks like wood. I don't know. It's a table. Of course it's a table. Do we have any other suggestions for nice? Do we have any other suggestions for naughty? Because I think I could fit probably one more in there. Yeah, 1 or 2 more. It's a lot of like let's just review. Nice list. We have Quinn Hughes, obvious. Kevin Lankinen's road record, obviously. Kiefer Sherwood, period, obviously. Demko's return, yep. Weird DeBrusque bounce goals, that's just a personal favorite. Same thing with Garland's color-coded neck guards. Special teams, and the Lankinen Demko goalie tandem. Naughty, the popliteus muscle. That was a muscle that Demko injured in his knee. It's on the naughty list because, one, how do you pronounce that? And two, because it made the Canucks not as strong to start the season. Um, Rogers Arena record, the Canucks suck on home ice, even though they're 3-1-2 in their last 6. They still need to improve in a lot of departments. She loves long distance blocking. Again, he got found out over the break. Time for a bit more development, because again, he is a child in goalie year terms. Thin, non-existent defense all the time. All the time. There's at least one play a night. Playing Hughes 30 plus minutes a night, especially tonight when he was a game time decision, he should be playing a little bit less minutes. I know we're short staffed, I guess. Canucks road record under nice. I feel, yeah, I put Kevin Lankinen as like a blanket thing, but the Canucks do perform well on the road. Canucks road record. JT Miller on defense, just again, standing man emoji. Bench math skills, learn how to count to 6. Hashtag free the skate. The orca makes more sense geographically. Last time I checked, grouse wasn't shaped like a thing you put on your foot, so that's just me. Untimely penalties, there's always one. It's usually like Susie or Juleson, maybe Heinen. There's always one. Not enough shots. Generally, that's a good metric. Relaxing when leading, all the time. Look at tonight's game. Talkett not calling a timeout. It's okay to ask for a timeout. That's kind of your job as a coach to know when your team needs a break. And then hot and cold on Niels Höglander. Will they, won't they? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, Canucks road record, definitely. Don't know how we missed that. I think I'm gonna add one more on the naughty and then finish up this segment. So if anybody has any last suggestions, please put them in the chat now or forever hold your peace. Come from behind wins. Yep, so getting scored on first and then coming out to win the game. That is very true. Nice. Dakota is back. Very true. Yes, I will also add that. Dakota Joshua return. He's been back for 20 odd games now, but he's had a few goals. He's doing pretty well. We know the reason. No, you know what? It's not Monopoly. It's Mario Party. I forgot. These guys are millennials. Or, wait, no. PD's a Gen Z, I think. Like, older Gen Z, but he still counts. He still counts. Beat him at Mario Party. It's been 20 games. I think so. Yeah, time flies when, the Canucks are losing. No, Dakota Joshua, glad to see him back after his, bout with testicular cancer over the, break. And, yeah. He comes back later in the season, kind of getting back in the swing of things. I think he has a couple goals now, so shout out Dakota Joshua. I added to the naughty list, PD beat JT at Mario Party. This is just because of the rift that those two players don't think they have. Everyone else thinks they have. It's honestly a little funny if it weren't affecting how we play. Besser returns from concussion. Yeah, I was at a concert when that game happened. Like the LA game, and I was watching the game on my phone. We were number 1 of the league this time last year. I know. But yeah, when Besser got hit, I was with a friend, and I had the game on my phone, and I just go, and I was just sad for like an hour. We're about 13th. Well, you know what? We're not 32nd. Who's in 32nd? It's probably Buffalo. Sorry, Buffalo. They did win tonight though, so congrats to them. It's not Buffalo. It's Chicago. Who's surprised? No one. Are the Canucks? The Canucks are even on goal differential now, so that's amazing. Boston's ahead of us with -14. Oh, wow. I'm gonna say that was probably a Corpusalo game. Or was it that one game that they lost 8-1 to like, was it the Jets? When Swayman let in like 7 goals? Yeah. Yeah, we're about 13th, but you know what? That's okay. At least we're not Nashville. I don't know. Winnipeg is at the top of the league though, as we head into the Christmas break. So they do have that up on us from last year, but back-to-back years the Canadian team is at the top of the league on the holiday break. It's pretty good. But yeah, Besser returning after a concussion. I'd add Tanner Jeannot to the naughty list, but I don't want to give him any ounce of anything. PD beat JT at Mario Party. That's my explanation for the rift, because last time I played Mario Party against my siblings, I literally did not talk to them for like a day. Because I was just really butthurt. My brother got like 99 stars, right? My sister had like 60 something. I had 14. How does that happen? I think it's because I was Peach and they were both like male presenting characters and I was Princess Peach, so I think it's sexism. But yeah, Canucks still in a playoff spot. After all this, Canucks in playoff spot. And yeah, I mean, after the adversity they faced, I think I've spaced for one more nice. I'm gonna add, because of the theme of the episode, Finn's ugly Xmas sweater. If you didn't see, Finn, the Canucks mascot, had an ugly Christmas sweater. And it was a red sweater with small plushies of each NHL team's mascot on it. And I think that was honestly amazing. It's an amazing idea. It's hilarious. And honestly super cool, but was probably pretty expensive to get all of the plushies, because I have one plushie of an NHL mascot. And it was like $30 or $40. I got this a couple years ago, so yeah. It's not Finn. In case anyone wants to guess. Probably wouldn't be able to. Anyway, there's the nicest. We have our naughty and nice list, and let me check the Santa tracker, because it is technically Christmas Eve on the East Coast. It is not yet. It is Christmas Eve Eve. It is Festivus? Yeah, okay. The NORAD Santa tracker, apparently it's not active yet. Probably because it's not Christmas Eve yet. But I don't know. Maybe they launch it specifically in Pacific time. I never noticed that before. But yeah, his ugly sweater was hilarious. I thought it was a great idea, because that's just, mascot beef is so funny to me. Yeah, I thought that was super cute. And oh, the Flames are only 2 points back of us. Alrighty, that's enough for that tonight. We're gonna move on to another little segment here. But before we do, what better way to support something you love than by rocking it as clothing? Game Over's apparel line has dropped, with 3 unique designs. Whether you feel the nostalgic pull of our retro skater design, want to make a statement with our established design, want to wear your love for goalies proudly with our live and die by the goalie design, which is not showing up for some reason. There it is. Or if you just need another coffee to get through the winter, we have you covered. Designed by Brady Chalice from Game Over Winnipeg. Use the QR code on stream now and take a look through our apparel store and help us rebuild local sports media in Canada while repping your community. Using the code GO HOLIDAYS, that's GO HOLIDAYS, you can get 15% off all winter products, the hoodies and the beanie. This will be active until December 25th, so you have 2 days left, with a different sale dropping on Boxing Day. Again, the code GO Holidays for 15% off all winter products until December 25th. Alrighty, folks. That's not the right one. This is the right, and everything's back. Okay. Cool. I fixed it. Rah. I just want to talk briefly before we get into a bit of a Q&A sesh. What did y'all think? It was obviously the first Canucks game on the new Amazon brand Monday Night Hockey. Did y'all watch it on that one? Did you get the Sharks broadcast? How was that viewed? What was your opinion of it? More importantly, what did you think of the desk in the area there? Because I could not figure out where they were going. This was my big worry. Because I tuned into a few of the games previously. Like the Monday Night Hockey, which, if you're not aware, Prime Video Canada, which is Amazon's thing, they have the rights for, I think, one game per Monday night each week, and they air it, and it's only available on Amazon Prime in Canada. So the traditional ways that you would view the game, like on cable or something, it's not available there. It's similar to what a lot of other leagues are doing right now, like the NFL has their Christmas games. They have 2 games, I believe, on Netflix, oddly enough, are airing on Netflix on Christmas Day. They're Christmas games. I think the Chiefs play in one of them. Forgot the Amazon thing was tonight, so my family's freaking out over not being able to find the game on TV. Yeah, it was, I feel like they should mention that a bit more before. It was mentioned on the radio broadcast, but yeah, because the radio broadcast was still the same. It was still on 650, but the video broadcast, they have their own different play-by-play and hosts, and they have their own panel in the arena. My biggest worry was the desk, because they have a desk where they go to pre-game for the panel, and also in the intermissions. It's usually on a concourse, and people walk past and stuff, and I was like, where are they going to put this desk? Because, the Rogers Arena hallways are pretty tight. And when it's, intermission, especially when it's a Monday night at 6 p.m., but there's going to be a lot of people. It is 2 days before Christmas. How did I open that tab? Sorry, something just popped up on my computer. I have no idea how I clicked it. I was like, where are they gonna, it's gonna be a busy game. Where are they putting it? Because there's no space on the first floor. And they did put it on the 3rd floor. I thought it was gonna be somewhere near, I don't remember what gate it is, but there's like a mini donut stand, and then there's also like that sculpture of the orca. Yeah, like the tan one. It's a Pokestop, that's what I know. I thought they were gonna put the desk there. Instead, they put it where the captain's locker room is, so it's like stuff about former captains like Stan Spiel, who was on the broadcast tonight as well. He did a spot as a guest on the intermission, and Trevor Linden, Steeds, like there's that, the corner, if you've been to Rogers Arena, there's a corner with like a bunch of memorabilia of former Canucks icons. That's where they put the desk. And I could not figure out where it was. I knew it was in the upper bowl just by the way that the stairs were and like how the background was, but I was like, okay, where is this facing? What space is there being given? And so I had to text somebody who was there. I was like, yeah, no, it's in this area. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense at least. There's also a staircase, so I don't know how they were patrolling that. But I don't know. I thought it was cute. Games don't belong on Amazon. I think it's more because a lot of people are switching over. A lot of people are getting rid of their cable packages now because it's so expensive, and because people have, like, I want to say an affinity to streaming services, but there's a lot of sports and leagues that are going exclusively streaming. Like the MLB has some games that are exclusively on Apple TV Plus. The MLS rarely has games on regular TV because they're basically all on Apple TV Plus. Um, the NHL is probably one of the last ones that I can think of to do this. Like I I don't follow the NBA as closely, but I can assume they've also probably had streaming service games. So the NFL's done it. There's yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of the future, I guess. And you could say that, oh, well, no one new is gonna go onto Amazon and watch it. Well, maybe not for you personally, but like if that's the way that the NHL thinks it's better to get new viewers, especially younger viewers who are more like familiar, like I don't want to say kids nowadays, but kids nowadays don't know the stress of coming back after a commercial break in between shows because everything's on streaming services that rarely have ads now. Where I open the same damn tab, what the heck? Um, Everything's on streaming services now, so you don't really get that same like rush coming back to the TV to watch. I don't know, AFV was the big thing in my family when I was growing up. So there's not really the same kind of vibes, I guess. Younger generations, they also sometimes don't have access to cable TV because they don't have a TV, but they have like laptops, phones, etc. for streaming services. And sometimes that's more accessible than having to deal with like a big company for, I mean, these streaming services are still big companies, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's a bit more accessible even though you might be paying around the same amount depending on the amount that you have amount of streaming things that you have. Like what is a cable exactly? A lot of people don't have cable TV. Some people didn't have cable TV like growing up, but now it's even more increasingly obsolete. So it makes sense in a way to go onto these streaming services because the only other way that you would be getting the game is getting, I mean, this game was obviously exclusive to Amazon Prime, but it would be like exclusively through Sportsnet Plus, which is also sometimes inaccessible to people because of price differences and stuff. So with with teaming up with these other streaming services, it also, like if you have that streaming service already, I get not joining it just for one game, but being able to tune into that just when you're scrolling through stuff. I don't know. I think it's a thing to move for the future. Um just turning on the TV and putting on whatever. I mean, you can still do that though with streaming. It's just like you get more of a choice now. And there is the whole like choice paralysis thing. I get that a lot, but like I still do that. I just put on honestly I put on YouTube a lot, but you can still get that with streaming services. I don't know. I think it's the way that the NHL is trying to expand their user base and also just expand and modernize a little bit because not everyone's gonna have cable anymore. I mean, I used to read game highlights in the newspaper, and that's not a thing anymore. So, yes, streaming services, you're going to lock out some people, but um, so does cable, in my opinion. But then again, that's just my opinion. Before we move on to our last little Q&A segment here, um, da, 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 da. Game Over has you covered after the game, but in order to get ready to watch the Canucks, you got to get your game on too. Game on Vancouver is a short-form daily news podcast covering everything you need to know about the Vancouver Canucks. Hosted by Mark Sianquita and Zach Clarke, get all your Canucks news in under 10 minutes, Monday through Friday on the Game Over Vancouver YouTube channel and in podcast form, which you can find at thegameovernetwork.com/pages/Vancouver. All right, wait. Yeah. Um that will be launching in the new year in 2025. So keep an eye on with that. All the streamers are racing to get sports content. Netflix with boxing. Yeah, Netflix also has the football coming up as well. And I think there's something with Paramount Plus that was a sport. I think football has a Paramount Plus thing as well. And Paramount Plus also has a deal with F1. I believe, because they have like specifically I think for North America. Because I don't know. I just know that Paramount Plus has the extra radio stuff, and then they make YouTube compilations of it. That's about all I know for F1 stuff. I watch F1 on like TSN usually, to be honest, because yeah, I don't know how to find Sky Sports. But yeah, Netflix with boxing, they did have the Paul Tyson fight, that definitely happened, and existed. I don't know if you can't even call it a fight. It was not it I why would you choose to watch that? And I get it, a lot of people have Netflix, but I mean, I don't technically anymore. So, I mean, must have been nice. There was a guy, I was at a junior game that night, and so some guy had it in front of me on his phone. He was balancing it along boards, and I'm like, our team's losing like 6-2, man. That's not a good idea to have there. It was a mugging. Yeah, yeah, it was from what I saw, like I saw clips later online. And hopefully their stream works on Christmas Day for the football game. Um, because it's Chiefs, Steelers, and then the Texans are also playing. I forgot who the Texans are playing, but I know Beyonce is a halftime performer, I believe, during the Texans game. So I hope Netflix got their ish together after the Paul Tyson technical issues, because though it looks like Tyson may have held back, he's like 70 or 60 or something. He's like twice the age of Jake Paul. It was a stupid idea in the first place to try and fight the dude, and Jake Paul should not be proud of himself for winning. Anyway, Jake Paul should not be proud of himself for anything. Steelers fan because of the Wilson comeback. He's a Steeler now? I don't follow NFL stuff as closely. I was not aware of that. I thought he was still with the Broncos, or did they buy him out or trade him? I feel like I missed a chapter there, but it now sounds somewhat familiar. I should follow the NFL more. Yeah, Apple with soccer, yes, okay. The like I the only reason I have Apple TV Plus is I could not find the Whitecaps games anywhere else, and I just gave up. And so I got that with the MLS Pass, and honestly, I use it a lot of the time. So, yeah. Amazon with hockey, Amazon only has like the one Monday night game, plus they also have like what is it called? Coast to Coast, I think. They have it where there's they do like a round table studio sort of, and have highlights from all the games going on Thursday nights. Obviously not going to be this Thursday because it's Boxing Day. And yeah, Amazon also has that deal with the NHL though, because they have like the Face Off documentary series, which Quinn Hughes was a part of, with Canucks. Apple TV has Severance and Silo, plus other great series like Ted Lasso. Yeah, it was Whitecaps, Ted Lasso. During the second intermission, I FaceTimed my mom to explain to her the Sherwood Pedersen goal chain. And she was watching Ted Lasso in the background. So, my mother has benefited greatly. Honestly, I have too. I love Ted Lasso. It's not my favorite show of all time, but like my favorite show of all time is not getting beat out ever, most likely. So, I haven't watched Silo yet. I keep getting it recommended to me, but it's like a horror thriller series, right? I don't deal with that. I'm a scaredy cat. And what's the other series that's like Harrison Ford and Jason Segel that's out right now? Shrinking, I think it's called. My mom also loves that one. And you know what? If you trust, my mom likes me too. So if you think I'm cool, then that show's also probably cool. I hope my mom likes me better than the TV shows. She might not when it's Ted Lasso though, because that woman is damn near obsessed. But you know what? So am I at times. I finally watched the end a couple weeks ago, and eh. Um, yeah, I don't watch a lot of TV though, so that's probably why. I like documentaries and stuff. I'm not as much of a series watcher, um, or just a movie media watcher in general. Um, yeah, the streamers are trying to get sports content though, and I can understand why. It's kind of the future. But then we're just gonna go around in circles again because people are tired of having streaming services, and then cable's gonna have a resurgence or whatever comes after cable. It's just gonna continue in a complete loop that is late stage capitalism. Anyway, I think that's good enough to end the stream for tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful another season of Ted Lasso is being worked on. Fingers crossed. I heard that Phil Dunster, who plays my favorite character, Jamie Tart, I hope it's a women's series because that was teased at the end of season 3. Spoilers, I apologize. I hope it's about a women's team because also that'd be so cool. That would be so cool. Because hell yeah, women's sports and hell yeah, women's football. Let's go. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight. This was so much fun. I just threw my pen. The Canucks beat the San Jose Sharks. That's how we started this. Canucks beat the San Jose Sharks 4. I almost said 5-3. 4-3. They did not get an empty netter. 4-3. In regulation. On home ice. With 2 goals from Elias Pettersson, who may or may not be injured. Maybe we need to ask Santa for an extra shoulder for a 6 foot something Swedish man. Alrighty. I think that's all for tonight. Have a happy holidays. And I will see you guys. I think Zach has the next game. So I will likely see you on Calgary's channel for the crossover when the Canucks play on New Year's Eve, which will also have stuff for that. Still no update on PD as per Talkin'. Fantastic! That is exactly what I wanted to hear right now. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa. Thank you, Luke, in the chat. Have a wonderful break. Hopefully we get a new shoulder for PD. Yeah, I mean, I should probably actually check the schedule right now, which I'm going to do. Oh, I cannot spell schedule. That's not us. It will be Zach on Saturday against the Kraken, and then I will be back on the Flames broadcast, so you'll go to Game Over Calgary for that one. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, folks. I've been Kaja Antic. Make sure to subscribe to Game Over Vancouver, like the stream, rate, review, comment, do all that fun stuff. Hope to see you back after the holiday break, and yeah, thanks for joining me, y'all. Have a wonderful night.